Hello, guys. It's me, Rob Sachetto, coming to you from the studio. Welcome. It's Frankenstein Sunday night. Indeed, it is. I've got two new Frankenstein drawings started from this afternoon. Watched the movie. Was blown away. Thought it was wow. Like, where do I start, man? Like, sure, the narrative trope was like, played out, but nonetheless, otherwise outstanding. Like a visual feast in every molecule of that movie. I loved it. I might do a cold hard review of it if you guys want me to do that in the review section. I will do a full review of it if you'd like. Yeah, man, I really liked it, man. No, I really enjoyed it. I can tell you why, but we're not doing that tonight. We're doing drawings. So let's talk some art. So doing the like these drawings are based on what I could gather from you know screenshots. Maybe I think I don't think these were like promotional. Maybe they were promotional. I don't know, but they were pretty good. Like they were pretty good picks, right? So having the only reference I needed, I was like, I just started I started right away type of thing, just sketching it down, and hadn't even seen the creature in the movie yet, you know. But I'm hoping that having seen the creature in the movie, like it stopped. Well, you know what? I don't want to. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to really talk about it necessarily. But there was a lot of scenes that really stick out in my head, effect wise and idea wise. So yeah, but you know what? I don't think he has that little. I think it's more matted to his head. So I'm going to change that. Gonna change that, and you know what? That changes in big time, right, guys? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring that camera down a bit. I think. Yeah, trying to get. Oh, there we go. There we go. How about that? How about that? Okay. You can't. I don't think you can see it from this shot, but there's a Lego snow walker. Right up in here. I think the mic is. I think the mic's probably obscuring it. I should move it just a bit. Yeah, there you go. There's a Lego snow walker there. I'm working on. I'm walking on. Yeah, yeah. I'm such a nerd. A nerd. I'm just a quilt of nerdness, man. Yeah, yeah. Look at my Star Wars Lego. No. Nerd. Yeah. So, yeah. Now, having watched the movie, I have a better sort of understanding of the creature. That much more. So yeah, I know what I can kind of get away with. Um, and sort of pay homage to, or sort of whatever, like seeing the part, like he's got weird like partitions. They aren't necessarily like it's almost like different levels of skin, of course, because in some cases it doesn't have to be. Almost, it's weird, but that's the aesthetic, right? So like, don't think about it too much because yeah, it's probably unnecessary, but still, it's the cool visual, man. You know, yeah. And I'm doing the cheekbones really jagged, and he's got that like definite Kang-esque bone weird thing. That's what I'm actually taking part of his teeth or his lips out for this one, and I'm showing a bit more of his teeth. So there's a bit of a snarl to him, you know. But yeah, putting that hair down like that and giving him that brow almost immediately changed the entire look of him. So yeah, Yeah, and I'm making that cartilage protrusion where it meets that nasal bone part there a little more and I protruded the brow a bit more too. You know, gave it that almost Neil Adams Frankenstein type brow. You know, just a wee bit more. You know. Yeah, so I'm working it out. This is what I kind of like. This sketch is all I could kind of muster from from the screen. You know, when I was eyeballing it from the screen, it was all I could muster. It's like, you know, I might as well have probably made a lot of it up. Uh, you know, I was doing it so fast that yeah, I wasn't really keeping track of like specifics, you know, because there's way too much, you know, so it's kind of indicating things, you know. Yeah, man, I didn't have time or, you know, any of that. So, you know, yeah, that would have been a huge job to do. But yeah, I think what I put down the indication lines, I think they're pretty good. Like I think they speak a lot. So you know, I'm going to go with them. And the lines I'm doing right now, I kind of know where I'm going to go. There's going to be a dark. That's going into darkness there, you know, to make it look like he's even more emaciated underneath there. And that'll look like it'll look like ribs. It's not ribs. It's the shirt. But in your mind, you know, you'll kind of put that together. Those are little tricks. Those are little tips and tricks. Those are the tips and tricks we talk about. Yeah. Little things like that, right? You know, those visual keys, right? Those visual sort of things, you know. It's going to be fabric, but it'll, you know, with the shadow, it'll act like, you know, you're looking at, you're feeling that rib cage type of thing, you know. Effect. Effect. Yes. So, guys, I hope you had a great weekend, man. Yes, I had a great weekend, actually. I really did. Built some Lego. I'm going to start doing Lego builds, guys. I just couldn't help myself. And it was that kind of. The weather was really harsh. We got the first harsh taste of winter, wintry weather lately. And I think it's actually currently snowing slightly outside as I speak. So yeah, it's pretty brutal out there. So this kind of weather was great for the kind of watching a movie in the afternoon type of thing, because it's hard for me to do that, right? So yeah, that was good. That was good. The weather kind of helped that. So yeah, I think I'm just going to. Yeah, I started. You know what? His hair does do this, but for some reason I put those lines in, and I thought, yeah, that looks kind of cool. Now I don't know if that's gonna work. So I was gonna do like, that hair kind of just on top of it, like in a mess. But I think these lines are a bit too uniform. And yeah, I need something like this to counteract it, maybe. I don't know. Like I want it to have some depth to his hair and make it sort of like scraggly or something. But no, that doesn't work. I don't like that. No, see, that's whack. Yeah, it looks, I don't know. He looks crazy. So no, I don't like that. No, I think I need a different way to interpret it. We do it the old-fashioned way. We earn it. Yes. Thank you, John Houseman. Thank you, John Houseman. Yeah, I like where that's going. That's good. What is it on him? Oh, yeah, it's kind of like just. But it was like this, though. But it was like that, though. This is how it was originally in the photo. I remember, yeah. And I put those other weird lines in there. Yeah, yeah. But it didn't work. Didn't work out. Didn't work out. Yeah. But you got to try stuff, right? You try stuff. You try things. If it doesn't work out, you work it out. You work it out in another way, right? So there we go. I think that's good. And those types of I like those types of like just breaking up lines to sort of curtail the obvious sometimes in a surface, like just to add something that you didn't expect almost. I like that. I like that kind of thing. Yeah. So, yeah, and he's got like super, and that's what I was doing. I was really just, interpreting the rips and stuff. I wasn't gonna sit there and draw them all, So yeah, that would have been too intensive. I figured I'd just indicate. Guys, I hope you like the new sound too. Sound off if you like the new sound. I'm gonna check the chat, see if anybody's on the chat or Sha. All right, checking it. Good. We're clear. All right. Okay. So, yes, the Frankenstein movie. Wow, I really enjoyed it. There's my quickie review. But if you wanna hear more from me about that, and why, and the wherefore, I will do a full scale review on it, like the reviews on my channel here. So yeah, if you want to check any of those out, those are there too. But yeah, I could do a review of the movie. Not that I'm any, certified movie critic or anything, but I know me horror movies. I'm old. Look at me. Look at me. Look at what I've become for you. Who does that gimmick again? Oh yeah, that's a sort of Mick Foley sort of gimmick where he's like, "Look, I put my body through this for you." Yeah, when he's heel, yeah, yeah, that's great. That's great. I think Jeff Hardy did that too. He did that later in TNA. I remember him doing that gimmick too. Taking all these small gun bombs. Yeah, man. Well, no more. Yeah, that was his thing. I wonder if Mick Foley, if Foley got in his ear, they just went, let's just copy that. Yeah, that's kind of cool too. I like that. I like those types of lines that again cut the regular flow or the direction, like the direction of some of the surfaces, right? You want to break it up a little bit, add something sort of stabilizing or just interesting or unexpected, but a detail of some kind, yeah, yeah, like up in here, like putting all these like sort of like those sorts of details in there, like that kind of stuff, fleshing that kind of stuff out, and then going, oh, you know what, I'm gonna actually put like a drip from his thing. Yeah, that's even more differentiating it from the background, which is basically his shoulder, right? You know, so it's all that ripped up fabric. And you know what? This time I'm gonna go the Bernie Wrightson way of doing the thing. Like normally I would like ink the outside, but this time I'm gonna ink the inside and make it look like that really super dark Bernie Wrightson-ish, you know, type of thing that he does. Yeah. that kind of inking, that super thick uh, brush type inking, man. And you know what? I don't know if anybody in the comic book stratosphere watching Guillermo's Frankenstein, noticed the lab. His first lab looked very similar to illustrations from Bernie Wrightson, man. I don't know if anybody made that connection or if it was obvious or I'm off my nut, but to me, it looks like Guillermo, and I wouldn't like put it past him at all to see Bernie's stuff. Now, if he has, I don't know that. I'm making that like based on what I saw from that lab that he did, like that he had designed. It looked very Wrightson-ish. Even the lighting was Wrightson-ish, man. Yeah, so I don't know. I thought, yeah, I don't know if anybody else picked up on that, but or any of the other things that I mentioned. Yeah, I could be off my nut, man, but I thought, yeah, yeah, that would be, basically where his arm shirt would go. Yeah, yeah, I think so. And then that vest thing. You know what? He's got multiple layers of stuff, and it's all so super. Um, what do you call it? Drapery, like hard lighting drapery, man. So it's like very hidden, but you have to draw it all though. You have to draw it all. You can't just pretend it's there. Like you have to draw it all, then darken it out. You know. So yeah, you have to do all the kind of work. Well, it just what it just makes it, and you can imply it, but it just makes it better if you do the underneath stuff, even if it's going to be like mostly shrouded in darkness, you know. So yeah, I think. And then again, too, always imbue your drawing with a backstory, right? Uh, and that could be for anything, man. You could be drawing a flower out in a field, man. Give it a backstory. How did it get there? How many days has it been alive? How many bees have landed on it and stuff like that. Just think of its life, when you draw it, and your drawing will come out a lot better, man. It really will. I don't know if that needs to be said out loud or if that's just intuitive to people or what, but to me, I feel that yeah, it might not be that obvious to some. I don't know. So, I'm just saying it out loud. Giving a backstory to and I'm drawing this this Frankenstein in the sort of obviously Guillermo Del Toro version, and but I'm adding sort of the kinds of things I would add to it, because again, you know, like Frankenstein is not that far off from an actual zombie, right? Yeah, it's reanimated dead flesh, right? So it may not be the classic zombie, but by definition, Webster defines zombies as the undead or zombified. Yeah. So yeah, Frankenstein, theoretically fits under that, man. I maintain that. I will die on that hill. Look out for that red light. Foot, foot. See if there's anyone in the chat. Okay. Just checking. Sometimes I will check for 5 minutes and there's like 12 people in there. So, I got to go back in there. Back in time. Guys are drawing Frankenstein from the Guillermo Del Toro Netflix joint. I watched the movie this afternoon. Tried watching it last night, but couldn't do it. Was too white and fell asleep halfway because of just like not because of boredom or anything like that. In fact, I fell asleep at one of the most startling scenes at the beginning, and remember that. Like I remember that. Like that's where we left off, type of thing. I couldn't stay awake anymore, type of thing. So, yeah. But again, not for lack of being utterly intrigued, man. I tried to stay up as long as I could, but you just give out, right? You just give. That's good, right? But yeah, that right. So watched it today, and what can I say, man? I really enjoyed it. If you want my 10-cent review, I really enjoyed it. I could get into more specifics if you guys want me to do an actual review. Let me know in the comments. You have the power. You have the power. I want to thank you guys too so much for subscribing to the channel, and oddly enough too, and crazily enough too, which I didn't count on, but awesome, the Patreon page. So many new members. Wow. That was a side benefit I had not counted on. So wonderful to see new members on the Patreon page too. But I guess that goes like, I guess that's natural, like, because if you go to the Patreon page, it's just unlimited zombie art there, and it's new stuff every day. So it's not like anything out there that's similar, right? So yes, that isn't like somehow generated by something, or I don't know. I don't know how many people do this kind of stuff anymore. There's probably a lot of people that do this kind of stuff, but I reckon a lot less than there used to be, maybe. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I don't know. Those are just my feelings. I have no data to back that up or anything. Those are just like gut feelings of mine. So yeah, don't be like, oh, no. No. Don't be all like, no. Wrong. Yeah, I might be totally wrong, but. So here we go with Frankenstein, or Frankenstein. It's pronounced Frankenstein. Frankenstein. We're doing some really interesting fills in here with the fabric, and a lot of it's all ripped up, and like it's been shot like multiple thousands of times. But you'll have to see that for yourself. I mean, you knew he's going to get shot at least once or twice, right? Not spoiling anything, I wish they'd kind of do a really good. They came kind of close with the Benicio del Toro Wolfman. I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, man, they've yet to come out with I thought that new one was going to be good, but man, I did not. I couldn't even bring myself to watch it almost. Yeah, because of the fact that there was he didn't even really turn into a werewolf or anything. turned into a weird, like I saw the actual, what he turns into, and I'm like, what? Yeah, so I don't know. I didn't even watch it. Maybe I should give it a chance, but I don't know. I was told to kind of stay away from it. But that's me, right? I won't. I have to see it for myself. I'm not just gonna, Everybody's got a different opinion, and man, it depends on what you're in the mood for too. I believe strongly in that, right? So, dudes, I'm so sorry. I'm drawing right in my square head, right in my rectangle. I'm such a rectangle. Yeah, I gotta keep my eye on my 9. Eye on my 9. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, lots of super and I think this is gonna be, yeah. I'm gonna taper it down, right? So yeah, just like this is going kind of up, right, and then yeah. So this is kind of like, again, that's the kind of design. It's kind of like a bust on one of those pedestals, on a pedestal. Yeah, but I like that though. I think that's great. I think it's ready for the first wash of it. I'm gonna make that. Yeah, you know what? I'll be obviously making more sort of changes when it's inking time. Inking times. So, but for now, there. I'm just gonna check the chat just in case. Okay, good. I mean, okay. Okay, good. Fine. Yeah, that needed to be done. That needed to be done for sure. I think this needs to be done too, to offer some clarity. However, I do like this there, just that, like just that. No, not that. Just that. Just his hair there, and then more of that sort of cape or cloak thing. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? Yes, there we go. Working it out, guys. Working it out. There. And that's the middle of his chest there, because that's one side of his sternum, and then the other side is like, in here, right? But you can't really see it because his cloak's there. So that's why these folds that look like his rib cage make sense with that, kind of thing. That effect, the illusion, the illusion. There. Guys, I'm Rob Sachetto. Welcome to my studio. I am the premier zombie artist of planet Earth. Hi, nice to meet you. I invented zombie portraits back in 2006. The service had never been offered before or idea thought of before, and yeah, we went live in 2006 and went global, man. So it was really crazy, and of course there was a big, actual zombie boom way after that, like, a few years later with The Walking Dead and all that stuff. But I also wrote and illustrated the Zombie Handbook in its second printing, and has been translated into Spanish, believe it or not. Yeah, which is another trippy, crazy thing. And yes, I draw zombies every day. You'll see what I mean if you go to Zombie Daily and check that site out. The link is in the description below. You can check out a little over 4,000 pieces of zombie art done by me, Robert Sacchetto. Rob Sacchetto rides again. Again. Those of you who know who I'm talking about should really have enjoyed that. Justin Hawkins. Watching more of his material and liking more of his material, man. So, yeah, Justin Hawkins. He was the lead singer for, what was the name of the band again? I love that. The Darkness. Yes, The Darkness. Yeah. Yeah, Justin Hawkins, man. Yeah, he's great. I'm watching more of his stuff on YouTube here, and yeah, it's great, wonderful stuff. So uh, he's very entertaining. Yeah, so yeah, shout out to that guy, Justin Hawkins. And yeah, I love subscribing to channels that I sort of uh, really dig, and so I can get more of their content. And sometimes it's like, man, I can't wait for I can't wait for their content to come out. So yeah, I'm really down with YouTube and stuff, and just actual content creators rather than paid sponsors, basically, right? So yeah, getting the straight skinny on things, you know. Not that I'm not down with sponsors. Blink, ding. Yeah, not the subtle. Uh, but yeah, I think that in there, and you know what? Putting some threads, errant threads there. Yeah. Well, I'll probably I'll add that in the inking phase. But no, I really like this. I think it's ready to go with the first wash of gray, and I'm really looking forward to doing the next one. I'm doing two Frankensteinses. Think about it. It's like War of the Gargantuas. Did you know, if you even know what I'm talking about with War of the Gargantuas? But by the way, Google that. You must watch that movie if you have never seen it. War of the Gargantuas. Um, so I have the unedited, just dubbed, I guess, not dubbed, but subtitled version of that. And I thought they were just these just giant ape kaiju, or man ape kaiju or type things. And it turns out that they were parts of Frankenstein left over from Frankenstein Conquers the World or something like that, where he fought Baragon. Yeah, so I'm like, so the Gargantuas are Frankensteins, and they refer to them in the original Japanese movie as Frankensteins. Yeah, so I was tripping out, man. I couldn't believe that they were Frankensteins and all this time. I saw that movie when I was a kid. We even made fun of that movie at school because when the Gargantuas ate someone, they'd spit out their clothes and hair, man. And every kid remembers that scene, So yeah. So we but yeah, those things were Frankensteins, I was like, what the hell? So yes, that was very eye opening, you know. Nerd rage. Nerd rage for some reason. Yeah, that snow walker, man. I was just looking at that a couple of seconds ago. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh yeah, is it there? Like, yeah, when I move the mic. Oh yeah, there you go. There you can see it. You can see it in the background. Yeah, in the background. There. Is there enough light here, guys? I don't know. Man, I never know what to do here. Like if I do that, it'll like you'll have a stroke, man. If I have that light pointed at you guys, you know. So I'm trying to bury it a bit. Plus, I'm trying not to get a shadow too. But you know what? Maybe I'm gonna do this. Is that even doing anything? No. No. Okay. Well, I'm doing Frankenstein anyway. Yeah. Well, I'm doing Frankenstein anyway. You cannot stop me. You cannot stop me. What's that, creaky chair? You know you're gonna go into the junk pile soon, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh, how I loathe you. Why don't you just use some WD-40 on me? Nope. No, I'm not even, there's some 5 feet away. What? No, what? No, I can't hear anything. Squeaky chair. I've tuned you out. Oh, psychosis of the liver. There. He was a hearty grey. Yes. Yeah. Okay, there. There's the, my, probably main coat of gray. And then it'll get progressively darker, and then it'll be color and stuff like that. But I am going to mute the colors, though. I'm not going to have like super, obviously, bright, flashy colors in there. That's not that kind of drawing. Yeah, that looks great. I like that. That stayed pretty stationary. I like that. Gonna add some more up in this. Uh, uh, How about that? Yeah, no, there. I'm gonna wet it up a bit though. Uh, yeah, there. That's better. Yes, yes. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, it's good. I like that. It's darker in the back a bit. Yeah. Good. Let's see if it stays in there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that'll be good. You see what I'm doing, right? I'm kind of adding little blotches here and there to make things slightly darker in areas, and again, like it is diffusing, right? But that's fine, you know. That's kind of what I wanted to do, right? Because it's at that stage where I can almost put another layer or addition of shadow or shade or whatever you want to call it in areas, um, because it's semi dry, so I can get away with it with minimal or even sometimes intentional diffusion, you know. So yeah, that it's painter talk. It's painter talk. Yeah, you wouldn't know anything about that. You wouldn't know anything about that. What part of his? I think it was his lower jaw that was was slightly darker. I think. You know what? For all intensive purposes, as the kids say these days, uh, I'm going to. I'm just gonna kind of do that, and imply the color differential, because it is quite noticeable. Like, it is quite apparent. Like, there is definitely a different, like a much darker color. But I like this. You see how that's sort of exploding into the other area, but only slightly. Yeah, I like that. That's the beauty of watercolor. So then when I put that thick holding line around there, it'll have that beautiful sort of soft, um, uh, that soft sort of ephemeral effect around it. Like it's maybe indented a bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Those little directional lines. Oh, you know what? I just spotted something too. Dude, up in here. How do you do? Guys, if you're just tuning in, I'm Rob Succhetto. This is my studio, and I welcome you into it. I am a longtime zombie artist, and I've worked for the Walking Dead show as well, which was remarkable. in that they contacted me. That's the remarkable part. Um, and man, have done so many things, in so many ways, in so many places. I've been a teacher, art teacher, um, and writer, comic book artist and writer, and so on and so forth. And I hope to bring the any sort of knowledge I have of those things to you guys. You know. And the arts is such as the thing that we're doing right now. There, I think that's great. I'm going to let that dry. There we go. Now I'm going to add some quick pencils, man, to this. Who's another great comic? Oh, you know what? Val Merrick. Val Merrick did I think the early Marvel Comics Frankenstein. No, it was Michael Ploog first, and then Val Merrick, I think, did Frankenstein for Marvel Comics for a while, and his art was fantastic too. Yeah, yeah, Val Merrick. Yeah, great artist, man. Yeah, I always remember those great guys, man. I love. Oh, Santa Queen, hey, oh my God, how's it going? Yeah, how you doing, man? Oh, welcome to the show. Let me know what you think of the sound. Great to have you on. Great to have you on. I don't know what that. I don't know what that means. Uh, Jose Mario Ortega. I'm doing good. Just eating nachos, and I thought I'd join. Yeah, man. It's a nacho state of mind, man. It's a nacho state of mind. Have you watched the Frankenstein movie, or do you have any interest in it? Yeah, so Val Merrick, another amazing artist working on Frankenstein lore. But man, I think Bernie Wrightson, though, right? Geez, the amount of, oh man, I can't even. That's insane. You know, the amount of work you put into those panels, man, those pages. Oh my goodness, yeah, that is that's inhuman, man, even by my standards. You know, yeah, yeah, that is nuts, man. So I just drew that hand. I don't. Oh man, see here, I'm gonna. Oh, I plan on checking it out. Oh, you plan on checking it out this week? I heard it was pretty good. Love the original book, so I'm excited. Uh, you know what? I loved it. I think there are changes in it, but there are a lot. Like, oh man, it's you can't look away, man. You can't look away. It's one of those. It's one of those. It's so beautiful to watch, and like well acted, and like the. I don't want to say too much, man. I don't want to say too much. You know, watch it and enjoy it is all I can say. You know, yeah, uh, that's awesome. Yes, yeah. I really dug it a lot. I really dug it a lot. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it, man. Yeah. So I just drew this hand, in there, and I like it. I'm gonna start up here. Yeah, man. The the creature, man, the creature of the creature. And I thought, you know what? I thought this one, and this goes to show how like out of touch I kind of want to be in watching movies. I thought this one was the one with Christian Bale as Frankenstein. So he's, I guess, in that musical one or something, The Bride of Frankenstein or something. Yeah, somebody, if somebody knows what I'm talking about, fill me in or fill us in, man. Because I was like, what's going on now? But not that I cared. I was like, oh, it's done by someone else. Okay, fine. You know, this guy's amazing too, or whatever. So, like, really, wow, what a great. You'll love it, man. You'll love it. I think. I don't want to like ruin it by saying too much. It's just my opinion, man. You know, when you're excited, it's like, "Huh, and then this happened. Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm doing Frankenstein. I am inspired. Inspirato. Yeah. Yeah. So Frankenstein, and like I said, man, he could literally be classified as a legit zombie, man. Reanimated flesh. You know, it's true. I'm not saying he's the classic zombie type zombie at all, but you yeah. Blasphemy! Who's defending that? Like, who would be defending that? Like, that's who cares, right? It's like fast or slow zombies. It's like both, man. You can't have both. You know, I explained both. I explained why there's both in the zombie handbook. Yeah. By the way, yeah. So there we go. There's some nice doing some nice details in there, some nice fabric and like all that ripped material. And I'm definitely gonna be doing this kind of thing here where I fill it in with black or whatever, and then kind of do the erase and indicate things in the black instead. So yeah, there'll be more sort of rips and things, details like that. Because he's just wearing like almost um, just like a collection of rags, man. And again, there's a scene that Bernie Wrightson does in his Frankenstein that is kind of like that, where it's like super raggedy, you know. Um, yeah, so I do think that maybe Guillermo got some inspiration from there at least. I don't know. I like to think that, maybe not. Maybe that's not the case at all, but you know. I could see that being a thing because I could see Guillermo doing something like that. Yeah. So again, I'm not being super accurate or anything. I'm just doing like a rendition of Frankenstein that's very similar to like again when I drew this, I used I guess two of the promo pic. I don't know if they were. I think they were either promo pics or were they promo? I don't know if they were. I think they were promo pics. Uh, or they were maybe outtakes or something. Yeah, they didn't look like promo pics, man, but they were good quality. So I got those are the ones I used to do this. So yeah, there was I think four different ones. So that's what I used for these reference things. But I just put that hand in. That's new. I think the way this hand, oh yeah, the way this hand looks is changed because I had to change it because yeah, he's too close to too close to the end of the page, man. I wanted to keep him on the page, except for the bottom part. So yeah, but you want to maintain, you want to have some sort of like semblance of, oh, you know what? There's like like the maybe hatch lines or feather lines are like converging on him, just to maintain that like focal point, things of that nature, right? What's that squeaky chair? You're gonna go to the garbage dump, don't you? Don't you? You. That's for seating my butt for 40 years. Seating me butt for 40 years. Yeah, see, that's what you get for no gold watch. Yeah, this, again, I'm going to put, yeah, like that. Kind of trickery in there. There, and there. Yeah, that kind of like, um, like folds. Yeah, there we go. Right, right. And then, again, a lot of stuff hanging off them. So, you know, can kind of do, this and maybe like do this. Yeah, like where is this coming from? Yeah, like again, like rips, tears, and all kinds of stuff. Like that could even be torn too. Yeah, yeah, just like that, right? I think. I don't know. Subject to change. I might change that. I don't know. I think it's. I think it's a little too stiff. Yeah, it is. You know what? I'm going to change that. See, this is undoubtedly the process. Pure, and simple. Um, you try something, it doesn't work, you change it. And you don't get too hung up on things. I always, you know what? I think I've always worked in a place where there's nothing you could do, and I would always kind of test that out in my head. Like, there's nothing that could happen at this job that can't be fixed. You know, and I would I would always wonder why the like managers and things like that would get like so crazy stupid about things that you could like theoretically fix anything. Any problem at this job could be fixed easily. You know, yeah, with any number of solutions. But they'd freak out instead of like trying any. We tried nothing and we're all out of ideas, right? So yeah, that's sort of that sort of that sort of jam, right? So yeah, and I would observe that, right, at jobs. Sometimes you couldn't help but do that, right, because it was right there, but it was right there all along. There we go. And this was all fur. Like this was like yeah, like this was a fur. Old man spouts gibberish. Yeah, that was a fur that he was wearing there. Yeah, and he's huge too. I like how they mentioned the selective. Damn, no, I don't want to give. I don't want to give anything away. It's very smart. It's very smart. That's why I liked it. I thought it was really good. Hey, it's just one man's opinion. Oh, where am I here? It was pretty good. Checking out this week. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now I know what I think when I see it. Yeah, watch Alien Earth as well. Oh yeah, Zombie by Proxy. Santa Queen 420. Shout out to you. Yeah, Zombie by Proxy. Yeah, watch Alien Earth. Alien Earth. Oh yeah, Alien Earth. Right. The series. The series. Right. Um, yeah, I don't think I have whatever service that's on, Apple or something, or maybe I do. Maybe I do. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember what I have or don't have. I know I don't have Netflix, so I had to watch. I had to see that in other by other means, ways and means. The Ways and Means Corporation. Yes. Nonetheless, had to watch it for. You know what? I'm at a point where I'm watching anything that Guillermo Del Toro does. You know. Yeah, it's like that. Absolutely. And thankfully I had a friend who hooked me up with that this afternoon. So that was great. That was great watching that. And it's that kind of right now. It's that kind of night that really is like one of those stay in, watch a movie nights, man. So maybe after the live stream here, check it out. Yeah, but it'll be 4 in the morning. I got school tomorrow. Yeah, I know, but still. Oh yeah, he had sort of band-aids too. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. There. Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I like those. I like those. I guess bands around his arms there. And man, it looked like Mia Goth's character was going to be the perfect bride. At one point. Yeah. Okay, Rob, shut up about it. Damn it. Sorry. Okay, no more talking about it. Yeah, it means that actually means nothing, but still, I shouldn't be talking about it. Yeah, there. Yeah, man, this is great. I love all the rips and tears and you know what? There'll be much more when I ink it. Yeah, this is gonna be really, yeah, it's gonna be really dark, I think. Yeah, you know what? So his hand is behind. Yeah, so there, hand is behind. Yeah, there, right. And he had that bow. Okay, shut up. No, I'm just, you know what? There's a point where he has like just skeletal fingers, like his last three fingers or whatever were all skeletal for point there. Yeah, yeah, there, there. That's better. I want to have that. He's got really long, like big hands, long fingers type of thing. Yeah. Oops. Whoops. Hope you guys had a great weekend. And I hope I'm capping it off with a little bit more, just a little wee bit more joy. Yes. Guys, please subscribe to the channel. That would really help us ascend to a higher plane in the algorithm, stream, and perhaps reach more folks with the message of love and a love of art. That is for sure. Because of the love of the art. Absolutely. And the doing of the art and the enjoying of it. Yeah. So yes, it really helps. Really helps in many, many, many ways. And your support and interest really mean everything to me, guys. It's why I do this. It's why I do this for real, for real. Like, yeah, it's why I do this stuff. I love the reactions people give me or get when they see the art and stuff at conventions and things, and watching me draw and all that stuff at cons and everything. And I just think that's so wonderful. I just think that's so wonderful. When kids too come up and they're like, they think it's a magic show almost that I'm drawing. You know what I mean? Because maybe that's not like that much part of their life. I don't know. I don't like. Maybe they don't see that very often or something, or maybe it is fascinating nowadays to see someone do this. I don't know. But it's not just like one place. It's like many places I've been, especially lately. This last con season has been crazy with that, like that kind of reaction, and I'm blown away. I'm blown away, man. So yeah. Like to get in front of more folks and spread the love of art. So your subscription really does make a huge difference, and liking the videos and that, it really does, to the algorithm gods. And even to me, again, it just means that you like my stuff, and I really appreciate that, so much. Like, it means so much to me, guys. It really does. I gotta get used to that camera there. So there, I think that really stands tall and strong. Uh, yeah. I think I need something in there. There. And then this, because what I want to do is, this is all going to be blacks. This is all going to be blacks. I worked at a camera shop called Blacks Cameras, and we used to say it like that, Blacks. Blacks Cameras. Yeah, that was an actual. See, that's just it too. The world has changed so radically, man, since I was a kid, man, since I was born. Like, the need for film, to have film developed, is like so archaic, right? Like, no, people are not born even knowing what that is, right? So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to be the 3 channel guy. I'm the 3 channel guy, man. Yeah, I'm the very first 3 channel guy. I subbed when you came to Bury Down back in October for zombie portraits. Oh, my weekend was pretty good. I just been painting my Warhammer. Oh yeah, the Warhammer. Oh my god, yeah. Um, that's awesome. That's awesome. Um, I subbed when you came to Bury Down back in October for zombie. Oh yeah. Oh wow, yeah, okay. Yes. Now I understand what you meant by that. Yeah, boy, my brain is my brain's getting all soft and mushy, man. Yeah, getting old, getting old. Yes. That was wonderful, man. Yeah, that was awesome, awesome. I feel that. Yeah, for sure, right? I think everybody feels like that sometimes, right? You kind of feel all, you know, scattered up and scattered up in there and stuff. Yeah, that's funny. There, that looks. I think that looks really good. Rome Sachetto drives again, rides again. There we go. And then we've got some. Yeah, see these lines here. Will sort of give it that sort of upward flow. You know what I mean? That sort of that direction your eyes are going in, right up there. Those ripped lines and stuff. And even the directional lines I'm putting in here go to his face. That's the focal point, right? So, yeah. Yes, keeping that in mind. You got to think of these things. What's that creaky chair? You don't want to die. No, I don't think I'm going to throw this chair away. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to a chair that has seated my butt for 40 years. Yeah, I know that. No, I can't do that. I'm going to keep the chair. It'll be part of my library. It'll be part of my library. Yes. Yeah. Part of my library. Yeah. That's what it's going to be. That's great. That's just great. There we go. Good. Wonderful. I love that. I love this. This is good. This is good. Now to add the gray wash. Do. I just made up that melody. Leave it alone. It's fine. Copyright. Must drink more coffee. Coffee right. Oh my goodness, that's good. No. All right. Wash number 1. Adding wash number 1. It was a pretty wash. Yeah, it's pretty neutral. Neutral gray. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep the colors muted, and I'm gonna go for an highly inked, sparsely colored thing. That's kind of, I think, what I'm going to be going for. I saw that at the beginning of what I was doing here, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to go with that idea. But nonetheless, it will be very dark. There will be a lot of dark. If not the chisel tip pen, the brush pen. So either way, there will be a lot of, like I mentioned earlier, have that kind of Bernie Wrightson thick brush line kind of effect in areas, and again, it won't be Bernie Wrightson. It will be me, so it's not going to be as Bernie, but it'll be me, and that's all I can be. Okay, so that's all I can be. Okay. And yeah, we're gonna keep Bernie's inking in mind. That's what I'm doing. It's not, I'm not trying to ape him or anything or do him. I'm gonna keep that inking style in mind. Yes. Oh, look at me, it's me, and so forth. There we go. There we go. Doot, 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 doot. Maybe a wee bit darker. Parker. Mr. Jameson. Miss Brant. Miss Brant. That's a voice you can't whisper. You can't whisper J. Jonah Jameson's voice, man. He's always on 12, you know. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, you're gonna head out now. I feel that. Yeah, I'm gonna head out now. I will see you next time. Have a good one, man. It's looking dope. Thanks, man. Santa Queen 420. Thanks for stopping in and checking out the madness for a while, man. And thanks for the shout out. I'm gonna get back to my BTS studio. There we go. And for those of you just tuning in, yes, I am doing a Frankenstein from the Guillermo Del Toro's Frankenstein movie. For the most part, I think that definitely I obviously used that reference for this. I'm not trying to do it like bang on, but I'm doing a version of him based on that. So yeah, it's very much like him, obviously. Um, but I'm not staying like 1,000% true to the letter. It's my interpretation. It's my interpretation. Yeah, but I'm not going out, like I'm not going way off the off the tip of the mountain either, tip of the hill either, tip of the cliff either, tip of the hat either. There. Yeah. Stately. Even in his completely ripped, torn, shot up, bloodied clothing. Yeah. And again, I'm taking liberties by putting these strips of cloth of ripped fabric coming from him, because I you know what, I just kind of like that. Yeah, I remember him having that sort of fur covering in other renditions of him, like even the Marvel one, even the Marvel Frankenstein, like I was mentioning earlier with Val Merrick and Mike Plug doing the art. They had the fur thing too. Like I guess he killed a wolf or bear or something, and wore its pelt for some distance for some while, because a lot of renditions have that of him. I'm trying to think about, well, even the one, the classic EC Jack Davis Frankenstein has the big wool, like furry vest, man. Yeah, he typically has that. So I guess that's canon. I guess that's right from the Mary Shelley's mouth, pen mouth pen. Yeah, it's got to be in there. It's got to be in there. I've not read it. It's not that I can't read. I won't read. Reading puts me to sleep, and I can't. I know that sounds awful, but it does. It does. Unless it's a comic book, man. I know. I'm such a child. Yep. Yes. It's true. I know what I am, man. I know what I know who I am. I know who I am. But yeah, it's true. It's not that he can't. He just won't. Will not. Read it to me. Read it to me. Read it to me. Okay, just give me the gist of it. Yeah. So there we go. There, you know what? Adding a little bit of warmth in there. Adding a little bit of warmth. Trying to maybe get a better angle for you guys. I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know. This, maybe more, better. I don't know. Maybe I'll go over here. Maybe I'll go over here. No, that's not good. See, this tray doesn't even roll, man. That didn't roll. This chair don't even roll anymore. Okay, that's a little better, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Okay, there we go. Little dance interlude there. Okay, just a wee bit of Graymore. Play more with Claymore. Aim away from face. Yeah, there we go. We got some more. He actually looks like Conan now. He looks like Conan in the Conan the Barbarian. He's got that face paint type thing on when they storm the castle, when they storm the citadel of Seth or whatever his name, I can't remember. James Earl Jones. Oh, that was so awesome, man. That was like so awesome, man. Yeah. That was a great movie. Conan the Barbarian. That was awesome, man. That was terrific. The next one wasn't as good, but it was very entertaining. Like very entertaining. So I'm gonna try to keep that on there. That's a nice happy accident right there. Creating a nice vein where I didn't actually mean to do that, but I stopped. I stopped short basically, and so I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave that there, which is nice. It looks like a really natural vein, so that's good. And sometimes, you know what? Look at the brush stroke that you're doing with watercolor, or the pen stroke, or something. It might reveal things that you maybe never intended to see. You know, so take some time to look at what you're doing and see if you can pick some stuff out that you know uh, might surprise you. You know, yeah. You can learn a lot from that. Like you can learn a heck of a lot from that. So yeah. Again, saying it out loud, whether you know it or not, saying it out loud sometimes reminds us to, you know, don't cry out loud, but say it out loud. Yes. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm Rob Cicchetto here in the studio. Welcome to my studio. I'm drawing Frankenstein because I like Guillermo and the movie. I really enjoyed the movie. I watched it this afternoon for the 1.5th time. I kind of fell asleep watching it for the first time because I was wiped out, Daddy-o. Yeah, yeah. So picked it up again today. I actually watched it from the beginning. I was about, I don't know, how much were we in? Maybe I think like a fourth in, probably. I think I would say so. Yes. Um, watched it, put it back on from the beginning, and yeah, that was, I like doing that. I didn't want to sort of, if I missed anything, right? So yeah. So we're gonna put a little bit of blue in there, just a wee. Like, this is almost dry, which is great. And again, I'm gonna be very light with the and delicate with the colors, and I'm gonna go in heavy with the inks. You know, so this is gonna be way more of an inked thing. And why are you putting the colors? Because I like doing that, and even if they're very muted, I'm still gonna, you know, you're still gonna be able to see them, right? But they will be under some pretty. And you know what? There might be some areas that I kind of keep, watercolory too. So that's a journey that I'm on right now. I don't know, right? Like, I've never done this Frankenstein before, and I don't know how it's going to turn out until it does. So I know what I think I'm doing. So yeah, that's how that goes. That's why it's so exciting, man. Like, you never know how a piece is gonna, you know. You could know, you could. There's ways of knowing. There's many ways of knowing exactly how it's gonna go, but sometimes doing it this way, reveals treasures untold, or treasures unknown, treasures unsought, you know. So it's interesting to kind of do it this way too. I find, you know. So yeah, you find things, and I kind of have the luxury of doing that because this is all like, I don't know, what do you call it, on spec? If that, like, I'm doing this as nothing but content for Zombie Daily and for you guys to watch. Like, that's what I'm doing this for. Um, and that's all I'm doing it for. Now, if somebody wants to buy the originals or whatever, then they can do that. But I'm not doing this. I'm not doing these as customs for anyone. These are just basically for you guys to watch me do and for me to do, live. And I'm really digging it, man. I hope you guys are too. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Will I even get one done tonight? I don't know. Yeah, these are pretty involved, and these aren't run through ones or lazy ones or ones that you can kind of go on a little bit of a journey on inks. You got to be pretty you got to be pretty close to the textures for this, you know. Yeah, so I have to be very wary of that. Might take a little longer, right? Might take a little longer, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do tonight. I'm gonna definitely concentrate on one more than the other. Like, obviously, so. I mean, once I start inking one, yeah, I'm gonna continue. Um, but maybe I'll give each a shot a little bit for another one too. Who knows? But I think I will concentrate on one. I'm not even sure what that's going to be yet. You know, um, it might be the one that just dries faster. And since I'm doing this one right now, this one will have been dried like already. So it might be that one that I end up doing more of. I don't know. We'll soon find out. There, I'm putting that dark part where his darker skin is may put. Yeah, that's weird. But hey, you know what? They did it. I thought it looked I thought it looked cool. Well, I mean, it looks better than what I've done there. I have to fix that up anyway, with inking and highlights and things. Excuse me, but yeah, there's different. You can really see the different parts of him. You know, put together type of thing. There's a line there, right? Like that's easy to see, or easy enough to see. So yeah, it's almost like drawn in. You know, it's a stitch line, but you can't really see stitches type of thing. So I'm gonna just aggregate this whole area with this. I love that. Yes, there. Good. Ear, hair, there. Yeah, awesome. I love that. Good. That sort of bluish tinge. Gray blue. Very cool gray. Very cool gray. We're talking about there. That's some more drapery. There. So yeah, I like that, man. That's almost a full Frankenstein painting right there. You know? Yeah. I like that. I really like that. You know what? I might just put a bit of yellow in for his teeth there, because you can see his teeth. Is that enough? Maybe a wee bit more. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that. That looks good. That looks good. That looks really good. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Hope you guys are digging it. I hope you guys are digging it. Now this might still even be wet. Okay, you know what? I can actually start his hands. And oh, that's so good. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so I'm going to. Remember the other day I did the giraffe. I did the hippo. Well, here's the giraffe, right? Remember? I can't wait to get back to this. This is going to be really fun. And I started a new dinosaur. Here's a sneak peek. New dinosaur. One of those hard-headed ones. Yeah. So new zombie dinosaur. Really looking forward to that. I'm going to do a number of these. I think I'm going to do a bunch. I am doing Makers North this weekend. I think it's 2 days. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm doing Makers North this weekend. I'll probably be drawing them there. So if you guys want to check me out, I've got that, and I think the Witches and Weirdos event in December 5th and 6th, or 5th or 6th. It's a Saturday, I think. It's at the Radisson. And that'll be my last appearance this year. Then I'm hibernating, and until next year, until next con season. So if you guys want to see me out anywhere, I will be there. I'll be at those two things, Makers North and that Witches and Weirdos event. It's like a Christmas winter solstice thing. I can't remember the details right now, but I'll let you know as we get closer. That's not until December. So yeah, I'll let you know about that. Yeah, I'm really digging this. Oh, you know what? You know what? It is very damp. It's very damp. But I'm going to try anyway, because I want to keep it going on this. I'm really excited about it. Okay, so there. Yeah, and I made the fingers and the nails like, yeah, very very Frankensteinish. Yeah, I really like this hand. I think this hand's great. And again, I just drew this hand literally while we were shooting live here. I don't know if you guys saw it or I had it in frame, but yeah, this hand I just did like moments ago, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that's gonna work, and I think it worked. So yeah, yeah, and even if it is a little damp, um, yeah, yeah, it's very damp there. I'm gonna try to do as much inking as possible anyway, which seems to be okay. Yeah, I just watched the movie this afternoon. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. Um, I love Guillermo's work. I've always loved it. Uh, he even rewrote portions of it, I guess. Apparently too. So yeah, he did. I think he did the screenplay too, or I can't remember now what the credits said there, but we read some of the credits, and um, yeah, like he had other roles in it too. So um, yeah, but wow, like it's so beautiful to look at. Like even if it was the worst movie ever, it would be the most beautiful movie to look at. But man, you know, they do you one better and give you a good movie. So the movie was great. The movie was great. As far as I was concerned. You know, so yeah, just one guy's opinion. One guy's opinion. Just gonna check the chat there. Oh, Alan, what is this? A portrait of me, but the last 3 days sick in bed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm so, yeah. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. That's crazy. I hope you're feeling better, man. I hope you're feeling better. Um, welcome to the program once more. I'm glad you could stop by for a bit and check it out. Doing, of course, Frankenstein from the new Guillermo del Toro Netflix movie. Huge event, really, to me. I think it's absolutely spectacular. And you know what? It's interesting because I just thought of this now, but uh, I guess Netflix really likes Guillermo. They must have some kind of deals going on because he did the Cabinet of Curiosities, and I guess that did well for Netflix too. So they financed one of his movies. So I guess good for him, man. That's probably how it worked out, right? Because that Cabinet of Curiosities was like stellar, right? It was really really well received and well loved. So maybe that. So I guess he's in bed with Netflix. Well, that's good. We'll hopefully get to see more stuff from him. Yeah. Because who doesn't like Guillermo, man? His stuff is always great, man. Indeed. So yes, we're doing Frankenstein from that Frankenstein movie that Guillermo just dropped recently on Netflix. So if you haven't seen it and you're wondering if it's good, it's good. It's very good. I really enjoyed it. If you guys want me to do a full review of it, I can do that. If you'd like on my video channel, be fine. Let me know if you want to hear about a review of that movie. If you want to hear a review of that movie, I'll gladly do one. for y'all. But yeah, I am drawing the Frankenstein creature from the Frankenstein monster from the movie. And well, used him as reference anyway. So yes, I was going for him. You know, whether I'm super accurate is on the other hand, because I don't know how super accurate I'm going to be with this in particular. You know, but I think accurate enough. I think people will know, you know, which version of Frankenstein this is based on my drawing. I think, yeah, you know. See, I don't think this is a widely known, you know, version of Frankenstein, right? Because it's brand new, it's very different. You know, the classic Frankenstein from the Hammer movies. You know, what was his name? Boris. Was it Boris Karloff? Yeah, Boris. Yeah, Karloff. Yeah, did Frankenstein. Um, yeah, so that is the most memorable, I think, Frankenstein. You know, and then there's like, you know, Frankenberry cereal, right? Probably also very memorable. You know. Um, but this is a new version, right? So it's a little different. It's a little different. Yeah. And I like this, the way his hair is here. Yeah. Oh man, so much better. And yeah, I can make those little things there, but man, just having his hair sort of matted to his head like that is so much better. Yeah. It doesn't have any, there's no finesse. There's no finesse there. It's just hair on him. You know? It's just hair on him. But no, it's true. Like he looks more I'll just say that he looks less human with the hair like that, like with the hair matted to his head and with the shape of his head. And that's what I want to go for, you know, because he almost looks primitive, you know. And again, in the Hammer films, uh, they exaggerated that a lot, but it worked. It really worked well, you know. Yeah, and I'm loving doing this rip and tearing detail is really fun. Like just adding like so many holes and rips and tears and all that kind of stuff. You know, and the drapery inking and stuff. I love that. I really love doing that kind of stuff. But you know, you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overdo it. You know, so you kind of pull back every once in a while. You know, yeah, like that. Case in point. I hope you can see me doing this. Okay, I'll bring it over here. No, you know what? I'm gonna go. Oh, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Love Oscar Isaac and Del Toro. Yeah, Oscar Isaac too. Yeah, he's oh man, I love that guy. He's great. He's great. He was great in even if, you know, he didn't have the biggest role in Annihilation, but he was in that too. Just watched the little thing on that movie. Love that movie. Um, Annihilation and yeah, many other things. I love that guy. I think he's great. Um, just very watchable dude, man. Yeah, like you know, yeah, great actor. He's got a cool look. Really can do the I think leading man role type of thing very well. You know. So yeah, Oscar Isaac, and he was in Star Wars, I guess too, like or a Star Wars thing that I never saw. Yeah, that look, I really like this. I really like this, guys. I hope you guys dig this. I'm inking now the Frankenstein drawing, or one of the Frankenstein drawings from earlier, and in homage of the program, the movie, the Guillermo Del Toro opus. Man, what a fantastic film! Holy cow! Geez, I could go on about it. I won't. If you want me to do a full review, let me know in the comment section, or just let me know in general on chat if you want. I will do a review of the movie if you'd like in the classic Rob Sachetto review method. Not knowing anything, just giving you my gut feeling about it, and hey, you know what? I've been pretty right about it, and I'm very glad to have turned people on to new movies and stuff like that. That's really cool, and I love it when people do that for me too. So yeah. Don't forget Oscar Isaac also played. Yeah. No, you know what? I was gonna mention Moon Knight. Honest to goodness, Alan, I was gonna mention Moon Knight, but I started out really enjoying it, and then I was like, "What the hell's going on here?" And it kind of fizzled out, and I was like, I didn't like it. I didn't like the movie or the series, and I really wanted to, man. I really wanted to, but it just didn't go that way. Hey, what's that? Oh my goodness! Yes, somebody gave me this. Oh, wow! It's a sign. Where did it come from? It was in a envelope. Okay, I got to use this then. It's a sign. I've never tried these before. It's an acrylic pen. Oh my goodness. Is that what it is? No, maybe it's just called that. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Okay, well, the lines it's making for my taste right now are a bit too thick, but you know what? That's really weird. How did it end up there? That is very weird. That's Ghost's. It's Ghost's. Yep, there's no such things as ghosts. We're getting a million calls, and this isn't a call-in show. The show fell off. The damn rails. Yes, Moon Knight has always been my favorite, and I was disappointed. Right? I know that. You know what? That's the thing, right? And that's why we can't have nice things, because people abscond with them that don't understand them, and they do things that they shouldn't, and it makes it awful for everybody. You know what I mean? Like don't touch things you don't understand. It's not for you. You know. So, yes, put it in capable hands, not incapable. Are you incapable? So, yeah, like, I've had enough of that. I think everybody has, right? And we see the results of the fruits of the happenings, right? So, you don't have to be a scholar to understand these things, you know. Yeah, it was disappointing, man, because those first Sienkiewicz Moon Knights, man, and just how he was, portrayed and everything, and him kind of being the Marvel version of Batman. I still don't think I still don't think that's kind of that accurate, but yeah, I love those early Sienkiewicz stories, man. They were great. They were great. And you know what? Some of the other stuff too. There was some other Moon Knight stuff that was really good as well. So yeah. Not just the Sienkiewicz stuff or the early stuff, but some of the later things and recent stuff too. So yes, yeah, Moon Knight's great. I'm a big Daredevil fan too. Those street level kind of dudes. Yeah, those street level hero guys. But man, I'm so down with Absolute Batman right now. And you know what? It ain't a bandwagon thing like at all. I really, 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 really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. It reminds me like that comic reminds me, and other ones right now that I'm reading reminds me of when I used to be a kid. When I used to be a kid, and I still have a kid. And when I was a kid, more of a kid, I couldn't wait for like Alpha Flight and Fantastic Four and Saga of Swamp Thing and those, man. And then Sandman later on, you know, and that. So, yeah, that's the nostalgia. Like, I can't wait to read those every month, And Wonder Woman too. Wonder Woman's awesome. I love Wonder Woman. I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic. What else? What else? What else is in the news? There's so much stuff that I do like that supply my pull list with. So yes. I'll do. You know what, man? We'll do some more comic book stuff on the live streams and that too. I'll do some more comic book segments, man, because that's a huge part of my life, and I really love talking to comic book guys, man, like nerds like me. It's so fun, and I super rarely get to do that. Um, but yeah, I do have a few friends, and Alan included here, to talk comics, man, and it's fun to do. I've never done that. Like, I've never had friends who are into comics, so or into anything that I kind of do, or enjoy, like Lego and stuff like that. So yeah, there's very few friends I have that are into the things that I do. So talking about comics and stuff is fun, friend. Yeah. So yeah. Speaking of comics, I'm going through, and again, here's this. We should head upstairs, and I'll show you my comic book, other comic book room, other comic book room. I'm going through all my Batmans. I'm adding a ton of Batmans. I just did Detective Comics. I have got 616 Detective Comics. I don't know why I felt like counting them today because there's so many. I'm like, holy cow, I've got a ton of Detective Comics, man. Like, that's crazy amounts. And yeah, I thought, yeah, I'll just count them. And it's like, yeah, the 616 too. That was kind of weird. 616 universe. Guys, is there a sound problem? Alan, yes, I have seen the reveal of Absolute Joker. Yeah, I've seen too much of it. I've seen too much of it, man. Yeah. No, I love it. I think it's great. Can somebody tell me if there's sound right now? I don't see my sound thing on or going. Is there sound coming through here? I'm gonna. Nope. Oh, nope. You're good. Oh, okay. Oh, weird. I don't see any sound bars, and I'm like, why is that happening? Thanks, man. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate that. I otherwise I would not have known because uh, hearing your dulcet tones loud and clear. Yeah. The dulcet tones of Rob Cicetto coming up loud and clear through your headphones. There you go. Put that on your phone. You just pass out. Yeah. Good. Goody good. Awesome. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate that very much. And yes, I love, like I was saying, man, I love comic talk, talking about comics and things comic related, man. Yeah. but mostly comics. Yeah. Yeah, going through my Batmans right now, adding the whole Ultimate Batman series to the collection, and well, like the entire series up until now. That is, and yes, the Ultimate Joker looks crazy, man. And you know what? We've already seen the Joker in the comic in issue 6, and then again, I think in issue 8 or something. And he looks totally different, and there's something going on there. But he looks like the original Joker in issue 6 sort of cameo, that one panel there. So yeah, and then you see him again, and he's all like he's in this chair with all kinds of weird heads around him or something. You got to see it. You got to see it, man. And I am, yes, digging hard the ultimate line, the absolute line. Same thing, different company. Yeah, yeah. So no, it's blowing up. It's blowing up in my head. It's blowing up. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and checking out the show. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you did. That would be so groovy and wonderful. I would love that. And I thank you very much in advance if you do decide to subscribe to the channel tonight. Just click on that little subscribe button. That's all you got to do. And once you do, you'll get even more content like this, even more content like this and that, and the earlier times of the earlier content that has already been recorded and saved on the channel for you to watch at your leisure, leisure pants. And yes, indeed, check out those earlier episodes. I was going to say issues. Check out those earlier issues of this comic. Check out the earlier issues of the channel and see some other great things being drawn. Yesterday, or the other day, in the last episode, I drew a hippo. Yeah. Check out that. Zombie hippo rampaging at ye. I think it's going to be revealed that he's some sort of skinwalker type creature. You know what? Yeah, that's what I don't know if I heard that, if somebody suggested that. I suggested a kind of it type creature. Like I thought, oh, maybe it's kind of like other dimensional or something. I don't know. But yeah, it almost seems like it's he's supernatural, obviously, right? He's not human. But where is he from? Like, what is he, an alien? Like, what's his origin? Like, that's the thing, right? But I haven't talked about this kind of stuff with anyone, even friends. Like I've talked about like absolute Batman lore and stuff. I haven't talked about comics like this to anyone for years, or maybe ever. And here we are talking about comic book stuff. And man, there's so many people who want to read and are turned on to comics from the Absolute universe, and especially the Batman stuff. So it's really interesting, man. I think comics are really strong right now, and that's fantastic, man. That's really, really good. I guess too, people are starting to clue into original art being worth real types of money, man. Like real dollars, man. Like while the artists are still alive to produce it. It's not one of these things where it's that myth where, oh, as soon as the artist dies, everything they do goes up. Like that's true too, but that's not a guarantee. And besides, if you have all of that artist stuff, then yeah, you've got a lot of valuable stuff, like as an investment, if you look at it that way, or you could just cherish it and have it on your wall or have it in a vault or whatever you want to do with it, forever and keep it, keep it in the family type of thing. Art is special, man. It's special. Like, it's the very first one of a kind thing to ever exist. On a cave wall, man. They were the true masters. Yeah, yeah, man. Cavementons, the cavementons. Um, but there's that joke, right? There's that comic, right? Of the true masters end up being the caveman. Anyway, yeah. Because every artist wants to draw like the true masters, right? It goes back in time, so that's the joke. Don't tell jokes. Your ratings cratered right here when you told that joke. Yeah, I'm a joke maker. I'll do the jokes around here. Yeah, there we go with some nice details in the fabric and the cloak. And again, I'm leaving a lot of I call it nuts and bolts, like little pieces, flecks of color and whatever the background is in the inks, so that there's something there. There's something there. It's like those crazy, crazy, crazy crunchy inks of Robert Crumb. Crumb's inks, man, like they're so dense. You know, like in places, it's virtually black, but it isn't because it's been crosshatched. You know, to the point of almost complete blackness. It just got like little salt pieces in it, man. You know, dense, and then go to like white from that. So yeah, crazy inks. I'm kind of doing that kind of thing, but that's kind of that wonderful underground feeling, of that kind of art. I love that. I love that kind of, and it's masterful. Like it doesn't look cheap, right? It looks just incredibly masterful, but different. Like it's different from comic book art, like straight up comic book art, right? So, like the superhero kind of stuff, very, very different from that. Very different. Very different. There's some nice fabrics in there. And rip and tear. Rip and tear, Bruno. Rip and tear. Anybody who gets that reference? No one will get that reference. No one. Rip and tear, Bruno. We've got comics and wrestling now. So, oh yeah, we may as well be best friends. Yes, I found a new best friend. Yay! Get to know me, Alan. Get to know me. I don't want to be his friend. It's true, man. Wrestling and comics, Oh, that's great. That's great. Add some Godzilla in there. Sprinkle some Godzilla in there. No, that's comics. Comics alone are enough for friendship. That's it right there, man. I'm a soft mark. I'm an easy sell. Yeah, get that soft mark. Yeah, but there's some nice. Again, there's some really nice dense cross hatching in there. There, yeah. And then lots of nice sort of fabric shadows in the fabric. Not Kelly Jones level. Kelly Jones, another great horror type artist. Like, I mean, he's a comic book artist, but he thrives in the horror genre of comic art. For those of you who dig that kind of stuff, he did he did a lot of the Nightfall storyline in Batman, or Detective and Batman. One of those. But the whole Nightfall, oh, he did the covers for sure. I think he did some interiors as well. I can't remember now, but it's been a long time since I read those, and they were in the sort of spotlight. But that's when Bane broke Batman's back, right? So everybody kind of remembers. It's kind of like the death of Superman. They had that kind of hype train going for that too, right? So, and then they became popular again when Christopher Nolan did the Bane storyline and his trilogy, right? So people kind of remembered that again because he did that in the movie. So, but yeah, Kelly Jones did a lot of the covers. I think Sam Keith did a lot of the covers too, which is crazy. Yeah, but I guess they were sort of more horror oriented. In fact, Kelly Jones ended up doing the cover for the 666th issue of Detective, and it's got Bane like in a really hellish look on it. Yeah, check that cover out, man. Check that cover out. I got it all in there. I don't need Google, man. I got it all in there. Yeah, yeah. If you pull that cover up right now, for sure, number 666, Detective Comics, you'll see what I'm talking about. Batman's cowering in the foreground, and Bane's like this huge underlit character, like he's underlit there, and he looks like huge and massive, right? So yeah. Check that out. Check that out. You'll see what I mean. The sane man. Keep that memory in his head. I rest my case, Your Honor. Yes. What's that squeaky chair? You piece of. Let's see. Yes. Yes. There we go. Back to the. Yes, Alan, reminding us of my love of wrestling as well. I got to give those Juggalos a chance, man. I got to give the Juggalo Alliance or whatever their league, whatever the league is for the Juggalos. I got to give them a chance there too. Maybe check out some of their stuff. They're on YouTube. Like I think their shows are just on YouTube. I'm looking at the camera, looking at the screen, not the camera. Yeah, so gonna check some of that out when I have time. Um, yeah, I kind of I'll give the Juggalos a chance, man. I'm sure they could get a couple of good matches in there with different dudes, different ladies, different dudes. You know. You know what I loved? I loved Lucha Underground. Man, that was a great show. That was a great show. It was almost a show more than a wrestling program. But the wrestling was amazing, man. I thought, and I've never seen women wrestling like that. Like that was the hardest. That was the hardest core I've ever seen women wrestling ever anywhere. In terms of like the perfection of moves and the like crazy stuff they did, man. Oh, that was incredible. So yeah, Lucha Underground was awesome. I love that. I wish that was still around, man. That was a great show for sure. It got a bit hokey with the you know the dude in the dude in the office there in the limo and stuff, and like they'd have these dramatic sort of exchanges and things. I don't know. It got a bit too like soap opera-y, but you know, I kind of like that too. It's fun. If it gets excessive, it's like a bit too much, too distracting. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed that too. Lucha Underground. Yeah, that was great, man. I love that. I love that league. That league. The league. Got to jump back into AEW so we can have more talk about that. Yes, man. No, you're not wrong at all. You're not wrong at all, Alan. That is an absolute. And you know what? I'm really digging what I'm seeing from TNA now. I'm really digging what I'm seeing from TNA, and I'm really I really want to get back into AEW, man. Because I'm really liking this stuff. Now, you know what? And I know this sounds crazy, but now that Darby Allin's back, or the fact that he came back and all that, I'm really down with that, and I want to see where all that's going. Sting, uh, Sting the White was awesome, man. Oh my goodness, seeing him with the whole white gimmick was brilliant. Wow, he looks super cool, man. So yes, I really want to get back into. I'm gonna add a little bit of brown here. Brown. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit of brown to the proceedings. Yeah, into some of this area down here, and up in this piece, there. There we go. Yeah, I think because of the fur, fur. There. Yes. Oh no, I got some black in there. Oh no. Oh no, you're gonna be okay. Anyways, right? Yeah, that's great. I love that. Look at that. Look at how that mixed. Look at how that mixes. Look at how that mixes. And Mr. Mixelplick. And that's great. Right? Yeah. Yeah. See? No, that's wonderful. I love that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna add a little bit of blue in there. Oh, blue in there. I'm gonna add a little bit of blue in there. Add some blue in there. There we go. There. And a little bit of color down in here again. Here we go again. A little bit there too. A little bit there too. Don't forget to put your name. And there. And there. Okay. Good. So when I get back into that, I'm going to darken it up even more. But then you're going to see that those color flourishes underneath the inks. Like anytime you don't see inks, you're going to see that color there. There. Layer. Okay. There we go. All right. Isn't that wonderful? Now, now I can ink this guy. Now I can ink this one because now he's dry enough. Here's a little. You know what? I'm gonna just move this here. Here's a little tip, guys. If your watercolor paper starts to curl like this, I often do this lightly on the table, on the edge of the table like that, and correct it. Yeah. I corrected them. So there. Oh. So there. So now it's wrinkled the other way. No. It's it's good. Now you can kind of like it's easier to draw on, right? So yeah, that'll happen, right? I mean, it's gonna curl a little bit, or warp a little bit, but not much. It's not even warped. It's just sort of like, bouncy. Let's call it bouncy. Yeah. So, oh, that's not right. That ain't right. That's right. Number 3. And, we're putting in the I, in there. And again, I increased the brow a little bit. And I'm going to darken up the brow here. There. And add that very, very soft cheekbone in there. That flat sort of, well, this is the flat part, but it sort of hits that top part of the cheekbone there. That's what this is in here, and then there's that tendon in there, that or group of tendons or muscles or whatever. I think it is. Well, it's muscle. It's not tendon. It's muscle. In the cheek. That creates that line in there. From this part of the cheekbone to this part of the jaw. There's a sort of a triangular line or like a diagonal line that goes there. That goes there. That who goes there? Yes. So that's kind of what you get there. And then I'm putting those little stabilizing lines in there to add to the sort of flow in the direction of the flesh, of the skin, of the surface of the flesh. Adding that in, and then putting that little drop of whatever saliva, and you can see some of his teeth here. Like he's been damaged a bit in this probably shot of him at this moment in time. Still repairing, kind of thing. And it's a challenge. Well, it's not a challenge more. It's more of a consideration that you have to differentiate the patches of skin with where his clothing is, because in this sort of rendition of him, he doesn't have the obvious stitches with they're just sort of lines of where flesh bonded. I think there's less stitches and more just the lines where the flesh bonded together, which again is not a thing, but let's just graft all these different guys together. I don't think it works that way. It's a metama. It's a metaphor. The real monster is man. No kidding. The real monster was mankind all along, you don't say. Maybe the monster is in all of us. Yes, we know. We're the true monsters. We got it. And be yourself. A monster. And be yourself. A monster. Yes. Hi, monster. So here we go with the Frankenstein. Getting those details in, the whole eye area here. He's got an actual brow and an eye, eyebrows, and that sort of Those sort of details in there, creating that. There's a part where, no, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to wait a couple of years. I'm going to then talk about it. Unless you guys want me to do if you guys want me to do a review, I'll do a review and we can talk about it. I've got blisters on me fingers. Yeah, old man Sting. Yeah, old man Sting was insane, man. Oh yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I love Sting. That guy, he's awesome. I got a really check out Zombie Daily for a zombified Sting. Go check it out. Like I've zombified everything, man. Jeff Jarrett. Like I've zombified so many wrestlers too, but like Jeff Jarrett, like people like that, Kevin Nash, Sting, Samoa Joe, Angle, Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Darby Allin, of course, right? Orange Cassidy, yeah, many wrestlers, yeah, and they're all on Zombie Daily too. So check the link is in the description below, guys. If you want to check out Zombie Daily for if you're a wrestling fan, man. Yeah, I gotta get that back on. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna get that back on target here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, if you're a wrestling fan, check out Zombie Daily for that, for all your wrestling needs. Yeah. The real monster is the friends we made on the way. Yeah, Candy Cover. How you doing, man? The real monster is the friends we made on the way. It's true. Wizard of Oz. I explain it. I'm going to get back to my BTS. Candy Cover, thank you for stopping in. Thank you to everyone stopping in tonight. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I hope I'm capping it off for you in fine fashion and with Frankenstein. Having fun with Frankenstein. Frankenfun. Yes, doing him as a tribute to the fantastic movie that I witnessed this afternoon. Spoiler alert, I loved it. So, if you want to know why, if you want me to do a review, I can do that. Let me know if you want me to do a review of Frankenstein. And I shall do so. But for now, we're drawing Frankenstein. And I'm using a lot of nice cross hatching and feathering and hatching and all kinds of tricks and tools and shading techniques and pen and ink techniques and things of that nature. Getting it down. If you're just tuning in, I'm Rob Sachetto. This is my studio. I draw zombies. That's my whole story. I've been doing zombie drawings for as a specific career for 20 years next year. Next year will be the 20th anniversary of Zombie Portraits. Zombie Portraits, which I invented as a service back in 2006. Remember those days? Wooden times almost. And ever since then, I've drawn over 10,000 people all over the world as the living dead. Check out Zombie Portraits for that. Get yourself a zombie portrait. It's a wonderful thing, and you can see a lot of examples of those wonderful zombie portrait things on the website. But please do check out Zombie Daily, where I post new zombie drawings every single day, and I've been doing that since 2009 because I'm insane. Check out the insanity on the page. Check out Zombie Daily today. The link is in the description below. So do that and marvel at over 4,000 entries on that page. Crazy stuff. Would a sane man do that? No. I rest my case, Your Honor. I mean, case closed. Yeah, so here we go with Frankenstein. It's pronounced Frankenstein. And this is, of course, based on the Guillermo Del Toro film of the same name, out on Netflix now. I'm getting tons of money for saying that. No, I'm not making any money for saying that. But it is. It's on Netflix. So there. Meh. I don't even have Netflix. I don't even have Netflix. But it is on that specific channel. Yes, I'm calling it a channel. They're all just networks anyway. What's the difference? It's like, yeah, they all have content. They all have commercials. It's just that you have to pay for it, or you can just watch it on TV or television. So we're gonna put a lot of nice, details and different line weights in this drawing to really punch it up, because it is mostly gray. I'm gonna maybe add a bit more brown in there too. Again, like it's dull earth tones, but again, they're so like beautiful to look at, you know. And the movie is so bright, like it's got so many bright flourishes too. Like there's so many bright scenes as well, you know. And I still do. I maintain that. Guillermo was inspired by Bertie Wrightson's lab, from his Frankenstein drawings, man. Yeah, I think so, man. I don't know that for a fact, but it feels like it anyway. Oh no! I wiped the mic with the brush. See, that'll teach you for getting in the way. Look at what you made me do. Oh, awful. Awful. That was once television. Alice. There we go. Got some nice baby blue, maybe blue in there, but for sure blue. There, yeah. See, that's great already. That really helps it along already, right there. You know, a little darker up in there. Yeah, I'm going over some of the hair parts I already drew, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, yeah, I'm just adding a little bit of brown, just a wee bit of warmth in there, because again, like there's a lot of warmth in the movie. Like the colors make the colors do a huge, as a lot of movies do. It's not the first, obviously, to have that idea, but colors obviously mean a lot in many scenes too, right? So. Just like comics too. Comics do that as well. Comics have done that very, very successfully as well, because again, it's a visual medium that you can, manipulate, reality, right? So, have some symbolism or messaging in your color, even your ink style, even whatever, because because it's a visual medium that you can manipulate. So, yes, wonderful things can happen with very little budget, you know, especially drawing, right? Making the poor artist draw all the hard stuff, you know. It was an unspeakable horror. It was an unspeakable horror to even imagine what it looked like would shatter your brain. So draw that. Yes, draw that. Draw that, good man. But, yes. There we go. And that's gonna be black anyway, but I'm still gonna I'm still gonna put that in there. There. That's great too. I like that. A little bit more blue. There. Put some nice blue in there. And in the shirt area. There. And down in there. Like that's just a sash or something hanging there. It's not his pants or anything. You can't really see much down there. It's just like sort of rags and things, like things sort of tassel down there. His hands are going to be kind of white. This hand will be very white. This hand is darker because it's behind the cloak or thing, rags. Yeah. I could almost go for all that being black. Maybe I'll. I was going to say I could make that all be darker, but well, we'll see. I kind of like little things going on in there, but not if it's distracting. If it's too distracting, it's not good. Oh my goodness! Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so how am I getting that dirty? There's a little drip there. A little drip. See, that's how you become the thing. It's just one little drop. It's one little drop, and you're the thing. So apparently, the thing too is in production, and John Carpenter is behind. Not Carpenter. Yeah, it's Carpenter. Is part of it. So like I don't know if that's true. I saw that on several horror sites, or a couple horror sites were saying that, and I don't know if it's true or not, but that's pretty crazy. The Thing too, that is really crazy, man. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. That is wild stuff to think about. Like after all these years, and is what is his name? David Keith or Keith David? What's happening here? Sorry guys, I think there might be some buffering, guys. Again, I'm sorry. Don't know why. Oh, Gremlins 3-2 with Spielberg apparently. Yeah. You know what, man? Like, holy crap, guys. Okay, The Thing too, I could kind of see maybe if he wants to get that off his chest, but like, new ideas, please. New ideas, please. You know, and I don't want people crapping on new ideas, because we're gonna continue recycling stuff till the end of time, and that ain't cool, man. There's a lot of cool stuff out there that we need to do, or need to see in a wider release, you know, or in a wider way, or a better way, in a film way, you know, if you will, that deserve to be made. You know, ideas, man, and stuff, and like doing all these things from like 30, 40, 50 years ago. It's like we gotta stop doing that at some point, man. You know, and then remakes and like all this stuff. You know, the Evil Dead stuff has been really good. I think in maintaining that almost not the comedic stuff, but the super horror stuff. I think they really do that very well. And the first like sort of reboot or reimagining of it, I really enjoyed. I really loved that one, and the Fright Night one too. So it's not like it's like they're all crap or anything, but I think a lot of them are crap because they kind of go, well, we don't have to make a good movie. It's the nostalgia that people are going to, you know, see. They don't care about whether it's good or not. It's just that feeling, I guess. So they don't need to make it good. Maybe that's their thinking, because a lot of them are not great, right? So yeah, there's only a few. Like I said, I think the ones that stick out to me, Evil Dead, um, um, Fright Night, and oh, you know what? Piranha was like epic too. Piranha was like one of the best remakes I've ever seen. That was almost a zombie movie, man. In the gore factor, in the like factoring in the gore, that was almost a zombie movie, man. That was like awesome. And Alexander Aja does always a great job, like he did Hills Have Eyes, man. And what a fantastic job he did in that movie too. And that was a remake. So again, like not all of them are bad or anything, but those are a very scant few, of things that are made and stuff that we don't even know too, never even heard of because it's so awful or something, or so low budget. So who knows what else is lurking out there, you know. But yeah, some of that stuff's got to stop, man. Y'all got to stop. The Gremlins, though. I don't mind a sequel as long as it's good. Yeah, I don't need another garbage reboot that is in the same movie. That is just the same movie with some. Yeah, exactly. Like putting a silk hat on a pig. And that's kind of the thing, right? And no, it's true. It's true. Alan makes a good point. It's do a good job, man. Do a good job. Be mindful of it. Be sensitive of the source material. I hate that whole Hollywood thing where the dummy comes in and does an interview and goes, "I didn't know anything about the source material. I'd never read the comic or the whatever." And it's like, how did you then get the job? I thought you had to I thought that was kind of a prerequisite thing that you had to know about the thing. No, it's quite the opposite. We want people that don't know anything about it. Yeah, and how does that work for you? Like that's so dumb. And it's like, yes, we know what we're doing, man. So yes, and that's why I tire of that, and I don't watch any of that kind of stuff anymore like I used to. If I don't like it, I just stop watching it. I don't even complain about it. I just don't care enough. So it's like, where are the people that should be watching this? Well, you started making crap, so I left. Yeah, so there is Frankenstein coming along for y'all, and I'm really digging it. I'm really digging it. I like the way it's going, the where it's going. I love the where with all of it. Yeah, and gonna put in some nice feather lines in there to indicate the drapery. Yes. That is very wet. That is very wet. Yeah. That is like alouette. That is like Jante Alouette. So there we go. There's that's kind of, I think, all I can maybe do on that for right now. Oh my God, that's like, damn. Okay, maybe I'll do the hair. I'll do the hair, and you know what? I'm taking my time, taking your time with the hair today. It's true, I am. I'm gonna take my time with the hair. I'm gonna take my time with it, and just check the chest there one more time. The Strangers is one of my favorite movies of all time. They recently did a reimagining of it, and it was awful. Made me so angry. You know what? It's so funny you mentioned that because I just watched. Who did the review of it? Was it Mr. GG? I think I don't subscribe to Mr. GG's page, but I do, and he does movie reviews, and he reviewed that Strangers movie, and yes, I heard nothing but bad things, and you know what, like. There's movie reviewers that have nothing to gain or lose by telling you the truth, right? So he's one of those guys. And yes, I heard that it was like I'm not gonna ruin anything for anybody who does want to see it, but I heard it did the opposite of what it was kind of supposed to do. So that's not good. That's not good. And it was Rennie Harlan. It was Rennie bloody Harlan, and not that guy's had hits, because he has had way more flops than he's had hits. But you think he'd be a director that would at least do that stuff good. It's already pre-made for him, you know. Like all he's got to do is direct it good. You know what I mean? Like there's not like it's already a franchise, right? Or it's already a thing. So. Yeah. Oh man, that's awful. It's too bad that. And that's the thing, I was talking to a friend of mine and saying, like, these things that people get to like tamper with and destroy. It's awful, especially when it's like something that's near and dear to like many people's hearts and has been for decades. And it's like, man, like I literally grew up with this, and so many thousands of people did, and the creators like created that specific thing to get over that way, or that was their intent, and thank goodness it did. A lot of characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, DC, blah blah blah. Like we come to understand that this is what they kind of are and everything. So to like drastically change everything about them for a movie, and not know any of the lore, nothing, and just to arbitrarily come in and go like, oh yeah, we're going to change this, and like subvert expectations or whatever the hell the excuse they use to do that. It's like, no, man, you don't get to do that. That was somebody's thing that they created. You can't just come in and change every fundamental thing about that. And it's not gatekeeping or anything. It's just like, no, that was a thing that existed, man. I don't understand that ideology of like just changing stuff to like, fit some criteria instead of creating something else, Like, that's awful. That's just like saying, oh, well, we can't think of anything for that, so let's take something we already have and just change it. You can't just do that, Well, I guess you can, but then you see the results and everybody's happy about it. So, must be doing something right. I don't know. That's just how I feel, man. One man's opinion, and that's kind of it, man. Growing up with things that I've loved, yeah. And like I said, like once they do that, like it's fine. Like I just won't watch it, or I just won't involve myself with it. It's not for me anymore. Like it's not the original thing that it was that I loved. So it's not for me. Like that's not for me. You've changed that now. So, you know what I mean? So yeah, like I don't really, you know what I mean? So I don't even really complain about it. I kind of just don't engage in it anymore. I remember we had a licks. I remember this. I'll never forget this. This is what made me like so conscious of like, oh, when I don't care about something, it kind of just goes away. We had a Licks burger come to this town, a decade ago for sure, at least. And I went there once, and I had it, and I was like, oh, this burger's pretty good, like it's pretty juicy, whatever. And never went there again. And then one day I was driving by, and it was like, oh, that burger place was gone. And I'm like, yeah, like I went there once and never gave a crap about it ever again, because it just wasn't blowing my skirt up type of thing. So I never went there, and it just disappeared. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like you're controlling that kind of thing, you know? And in a way, you kind of are, because if you're one of, like, many people, then that thing's not going to exist anymore, right? So, you know, yeah. So it's kind of funny how that works, right? Where's my audience? Yeah. Where's my crew? Where's my crew? I had to liquidate them, Doc. I fired them. Come back, my crew. I'm fixing a rabbit. So there we go with some. There we go with some nice Frankenstein details, fabrics, drapery, hair, her, and some more nice drapery here with this kind of ripped up and that edge that's really frayed and torn and all that stuff, which is really great. And I get to throw in some nice details in there. And then the cloak, again, is going to be very, like, there's going to be a lot of darkness going on in here, primarily here. That's going to come down, and that's going to come down in there. Yeah. So just adding some more, like, specification marks in there. And that's more of his sort of, what do you call it? That's where his skin's changed, and then it's changed again there. Yeah. Different skin parts from different people. Why? I don't know. But they did it in the movie. They did it for Frankenstein. So in this one, yeah, I guess they kind of did it with the Karloff one too. Yeah, I think I want that darker in there. I want that area darker. There. Yeah. Yeah, there's some nice, big, thick drapery lines showing the. I think that's a bit too. You know what? I think that's a bit too almost bright. I'm gonna even darken it up more. Yeah, you know what? These were like and that's why I kind of didn't sit down and like do all the rendering for the bloody cloak, because there was so much going on in there, and I couldn't. There's no way I could have sat down and got it all. So I kind of want to do that with this. Have it just as almost mysterious and shrouded in darkness. Like obviously it's a cloak, you can tell, but like it's so torn and ripped and like you know pulled asunder and like bullet ridden and everything too. So there's so much going on in there. And then on this side he's got the hair. He's got the super long hair in that, and I love the way it sort of fits to his head. Like yeah, it's like stuck to his head there at the top. But yes, I'm going to make this very dark. Mr. Jones. I'm going to make this very dark. And I think I'm going to use a different tool. And that is as follows. This one. There we go. I'll get some nice feather lines in there with this chisel tip, but I'm using the side of it. So it's kind of giving me a nice thick to thin line, and you see how that that's beautiful, right? So we're using a Staedtler pigment calligraphy pen, Ooh. Yeah. So, if you guys would love to, you could help support the Patreon page, Zombie Daily, by donating $2 a month to go to art supplies that I will then use to create more art here and on Zombie Daily, of course. And you can watch me use those art supplies that you helped purchase for the channel and for Zombie Daily to create more zombie art than anyone else on planet Earth, as I've clearly done already. So just zombie portraits alone, that's like 10,000 zombie portraits, man. Yeah, worldwide since 2006, mind you, but that's still hell a lot of zombie drawings, man, right there. So and yeah, we just posted our 1100th zombie pinup drawing on Zombie Daily. So check that out. That dropped Halloween. Yeah, October, and now it's like it's already the 10th. It's already the 10th. How could it be the 10th of November already? That's crazy. Yeah. Well, it's the 9th or 10th or whatever, but for all intensive purposes, as the kids say. Yeah. Yeah, the time it's happening too fast. It's going too fast. What's going on? It's happening. Yeah. How is it happening, man? Someone screwed up with reality. Somebody made a mistake in reality. Those nerds at NASA opened up some rift and it's screwing with our timeline. Yeah, there we go. There's some very dark areas in there. Really love. So I'm gonna continue with that kind of motif. But I'm gonna do again these types of directional like for the surface. They're sort of like fabric lines for the surface of the fabric. So who did this? I think Tom Yates, artist on Saga of Swamp Thing, before John Toddleben and Alan Moore and Stephen Bissett had their run. Tom Yates, I think, kind of did this a bit, where he'd indicate the surface texture with those types of lines. Yeah, and again, that's not new. However, I remember him doing that. I think you know more clearly than other guys, because that's an old illustration. Obviously method, right? So yeah, but Tom Yates, I think, did that in his art. And I remember those George Perez Teen Titans too, and early X-Men, like the Byrne X-Men. I just don't know how someone can look at the original hit and then film a watered down version of it and say, "Yep, this is my cup of creativity." Yeah, I know, Alan. Like, yeah, that's the shitty downfall of the crappy, sorry downfall of mismanaged properties, man. It's awful. Like, it's almost like we don't want to make. It's almost like they want to fail. Like, it's almost like they don't want to make money. You know. And like films are some kind of, and I'm sure this has happened a billion times too, like some kind of just, um, shell game type of thing, or I don't know, some kind of like tax write off, or who knows, like, money laundering thing. I don't know. Like these films can't be serious, man. Like these films can't be serious, and it's not like, uh, they're even hiding it almost anymore. Like it's just like they're just awful, you know. Like almost so counterintuitive, it doesn't make any sense. And it's like, no, it doesn't make any sense because of this. And then you're like, oh, okay, now I get it. It's, well, it's always about money, right? Yeah, this planet, is based on that kind of thing. So for sure, man, always look at the bottom line of everything, and there's usually a reason. But man, even like, why wouldn't you want to make money on a film? You know, and that's not to say that crap films don't make tons of money. They do. But man, like that's such a short-sighted thing, you know. Yeah, like no one's gonna trust your movie next time, man. You know. Yeah, but there's ways around, I guess, doing everything. You know, I'm saying these things, but I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, yeah, well, most people don't know who produced something or directed something when it's a horror movie. You know, it's very rare that people care about that. You know, they just want to jump scare or whatever. So, you know, yeah, I think people's standards of what they expect from horror movies now is pretty low. So you give them anything good, and it's going to blow their minds, you know. But most of the stuff is just basement. And I don't even know how movies are shown anymore. Like, I think in the United States, movies are shown way differently than they are up here. Like, they're either at a theater or like a streaming service. But I think in the States, there's other ways or means to see them, or I don't know. I think they debut in more theaters there or something. I have no idea. But yeah, movies are seen differently, I think, there than here for sure. Yeah, Perez was what I was thinking, but not super familiar with Yates. Yeah, well, Yates, like I said, he did Murata She-Wolf. Man, I'm really dating myself with that, but who cares? Everybody knows I'm 1,000 years old anyway, so who cares? What's the difference, right? Murata She-Wolf, and I think from like Saga Swamp Thing #1 to like maybe 12, I want to say. Yeah, he did the covers and interiors of Saga Swamp Thing. So those are the things that I'm like most like. I think those are the things that are most accessible to people that I remember anyway. But yeah, Tom Yates. I wasn't like a huge fan of his, but you could definitely respect his ink work and all that stuff. Um, you know, there's artists that I'm not big fans of, but I do respect their work, right? So, and then there's some artists I just don't like at all. Can't help it, can't help it. Some things, it's okay if you don't like it, man. Like, you don't have to force yourself to like everything. You give it a shot, and if you don't like it, hey, it's fine. There's many more things out there to experience and to enjoy. So, I don't really enjoy, crap talking other artists, but I can tell you why I don't like a certain artist or a certain thing, a movie or music or whatever. Like, I can tell you why. I can critique it to the point where I can tell you why. For me, mostly it's just taste. It's just or maybe the mood. I'm not in the mood to hear that or see that or whatever, experience that right now. So, I often give things another chance, you know. Yeah, much to a successful degree, right? Giving a movie a chance later on that maybe you didn't understand when you first saw it, or yeah, you were just not in the mood to watch it, um, or anything, comic, uh, any kind of entertainment, right? So yeah, give it a chance. Give it a chance. I wish more people give wrestling a chance. Give wrestling it. What you can just say. You can just say Rob Liefeld. It's okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Rob Liefeld, man. My goodness, right? So you know what? Like, he got over with that kind of art. Good for him, I guess. But for him to be kind of the representative of what a comic book artist is, that was awful. I thought, like it's just because no one's heard of Neil Adams, that a guy like that could be popular or good, considered an artist. Like even McFarlane, right? Like those guys were like I didn't like them. I thought their art was cheap and cheesy, man, and it was very almost dated. It was so much of its time, and that extreme super like giant cross hatching lines and stuff, yeah, that kind of that old chestnut, you know but whatever, man, like people liked it. I get it. That's when comics were hot. Back in the 90s, comics were like on fire, and a lot of people grew up with those types of artists. Like, and I don't want to crap on anyone. Like if you like that style or that artist, cool, good for you, man. That's awesome. I just, I'm not a fan of McFarlane that much. Like I understand the Liefeld thing for sure, and yeah, he's done some. None of these artists have done absolute crap. Like they all have their shining moments, but for the most part, I'm not a fan of their work. I don't think that their stuff is that great, and I'm not. That's not has nothing to do with anything. That's just my personal taste. And that's it. So yeah, when I look at artists like Phil Winslade and Glenn Fabry and Bisley and Neil Adams, John Byrne. Like there's billions of artists that are just so incredibly talented, man. And because they weren't doing stuff maybe in the '90s when people were like, tripping over their I can't use that joke, but anyway, trying to find the next big thing, because that was a thing. The speculation market was like this giant thing, right? So they were, buying X thousands of copies of, McFarlane Spider-Man and that. I think the best guy to come out of that was Jim Lee. I think Jim Lee was probably the best guy to come out of that art wise. Jay Lee was also really good. I loved his Hellshock thing and kind of like his new art style that he does now. Dan Panosian, he wasn't like part of the main group, but I think he did that kind of style for even Marvel. Man, he's changed exponentially, like for the better. His art's really, really well crafted now. And yeah, a lot of those guys like became better, and I think guys like McFarlane and Liefeld kind of just stayed the same. They were like, wow, we have our fan base. We don't have to like prove or anything. We just, stay like this. It's okay, Yeah, yeah. And I heard he's coming back for another crack at Youngblood, if I hear correctly. So yeah, how long will we stay on that? I predict five issues, and he'll be gone. Yeah. Uh, as always, I say he can still do away. He can still do way more than I can. I just it just blows my mind that he got as high as he did. Well, again, and that's Alan. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But again, at that time in the '90s, it was everybody was speculating on the next big, comic thing because people were making tons of money off of like all the different covers and the different artists and all of that stuff. Like Comics would go up in price like super quickly, and people were fanatic. It's almost like the Pokemon thing now, but it was with comics back then. Like I lived through that, you know. And I remember we had three comic book stores in Sudbury then. We had three comic book stores here, all at the same time, you know. And one of the guys that had the comic book store closer to me would literally deliver my pull list. And that was the time when McFarlane was doing Spider-Man, Jim Lee was doing X-Men, that era, like the 90s, right? So what's his name? Art Adams did that 3-issue Fantastic Four run there during Simonson's run, which was great. I remember him dropping off those comics to me, specifically that Fantastic Four with Art Adams art, and Ghost Rider, and when the X-Men crossed over with Ghost Rider, so that was really cool. I remember that stuff a lot, but yeah, that was way back then. That's why those guys would do. I remember hearing stories about them doing conventions and like signing stuff, and they'd have these guys go out in the crowd and sell books for like $500 a piece because their signature was on it, and it was like a con exclusive or whatever. So they got way, way too big for their britches because people were buying their comics and they thought it was kind of them that was doing it. And in a way it was, but it was more people speculating on how much that comic would be worth next week. So that's why those guys came up when it was very, very, very lucky to do so. And that's why so many other artists aped their style because that's what all the publishers were publishing back then, that kind of Liefeld, McFarlane. And that's why, Stephen Platt, when he came around, man, he was welcomed with open arms, man, because he already had a crazy, crazy detailed style, so he didn't stay long at Marvel before they got him on Prophet, Yeah, Rob the art historian here talking about the 90s. Yeah. I was there, man. Yeah. I was there. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Ellen, I think that's how they got so high up there. All those guys. What do you call it? Everyone, even Portacio, he hung out with them. Whilst Portacio, all those guys, Yeah. So I remember all those comics. I still have them. I still have all of them. I even collected Spawn for a while. Yeah, I collected Spawn till I think probably issue maybe mid-30s, 40s. Yeah. I got about like, I don't know, 10 copies of number one. Yeah, because again, I was the same way. That was the style at the time. Everyone was speculating on stuff. So I literally bought, and I still have the ones I bought from the 90s. I've got about 10 or 15 copies of them, and I have a newsstand copy even of Spawn number one, and I think I even bought multiples of 2, 3 in that too. I believe, I'm sure. I know I've got like a couple of that first Angela number 9 issue. I've got a few of those, but I think I did have multiple copies of early Spawn that I bought. Again, it was because of the style of the time, man. Speculators market. You'd think the comic was going to go up in price the next week, and oftentimes it did. Oftentimes it did. It's crazy times, man. And I think we're kind of entering that time right now again. Because look at Batman. Look at Batman #1 and Absolute Batman Annual #1, and all of that series. Even the first issue's already like $30, and like the Ultimate Spider-Man. Did I say Ultimate Batman? Absolute Batman is skyrocketing, man, in price. It's just hard to get it now. It's just hard to get it, and that's why it's going up in price. And it's very popular, even though there's like 30 printings of it. People still want to get that #1. That original first printing of #1. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, and I think that's great for the industry, man. I think it's really good. People are really excited about comics again, and younger people too. Younger people. And it's great to have younger people interested in stuff like that because it's great. It's kind of made for them too. It's kind of made for them originally. And, then it was like kind of commandeered by older dudes like me who were the only people who appreciated comics, But again, I love comics because they're unique. There's nothing else like them. Yeah. There's nothing else like comics. There's nothing else like wrestling. That's why I think I like wrestling too, because it's unique. There's nothing else on earth like it. There's different forms of wrestling. There's different forms of comics, but there's nothing else like them. So I find that very interesting, and there's nothing like me either as an artist. Well, I again, that's not true. There probably is many different forms of people that are like me as an artist, but I'm doing the zombie thing in traditional ways, and that is my entire career, and I enjoy it and I love it. And I've been doing it for 20 years. So, that's quite, I think that's quite incredible, it's not like I'm going to stop anytime soon, man. I just love it. And I love doing it for you guys, man. And I hope you guys, dig it, and if you do, please help me out by subscribing or, checking out Zombie Daily for new zombie art every single day, or getting a zombie portrait. Keep art alive, keep traditional art alive. Subscribing would be wonderful if you guys could do that. I tell you, it's amazing for me, and I sure would appreciate it. And it means the world to me, guys. It really does. So yeah, if you feel like doing that, you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and helps me create more content. And it takes so little for me to be motivated, guys. It really does. And that seeing that number of subscribers go up every once in a while, man, it makes my heart soar. It really does. And I mean soar as in take flight, not soar as in hurt. Although I am an emotional cat, I really do appreciate your interest and your support. And if your support means you just subscribing and liking the videos, that's wonderful. If your support means donating $2 a month through the Patreon page to help me purchase art supplies, that's wonderful too. That is the biggest compliment of all time. You know what, guys? Even joining the site, the Patreon page, the Zombie Daily page, guys. If you could do that, that's wonderful too. I never talk about that. I never think even about it. And I see people have randomly recently subscribed to the page, and I'm blown away by that. So thank you for doing so. Thank you for joining the Patreon page. That's so awesome. I can't believe that. I never thought about that. and I never promote it almost, and I see a lot of people doing it now, unprovoked. So unprovoked, yeah. So it's wonderful, guys. Thank you so much. It really does mean everything to me. It really does. I do this for the fans. I do this for people who love it as much as I do, and you can tell that I enjoy it. I think you know. I think that something I oh man, my vision is bad. I think there's something that I admire a lot about knowing you for the short time I have. Oh, come on now, that's nice. You just seem to have so much motivation to do what you love. Yeah, yeah, Alan, I do. Thanks, and thanks for really thanks for mentioning that, man. That's really kind. I appreciate the kind words. That's uh, yeah, man, it's true. I can't hide that. I can't hide that motivation and the love for what I do. I think it's so fun, and when I see the reactions that it garners from folks at conventions, even and when I go in and do classes and workshops and things, and I see the reaction of folks. Either watching me draw or participate in the drawing that we're doing. That blows my mind, man. And I don't expect it, but when I see it, it is just utterly brilliant, and it makes me so happy to make other people happy, or to make other people um, interested in art, and just interested in what I'm doing, even. No commitment there. Just watch me draw for a few moments at a convention or something, and when I see the kids' eyes light up like that, like they're watching a magic show, it's mind blowing to me. And I find that happening more and more. Each con I go to, I see that happening more and more. And maybe it is just the cockeyed optimism I have, and the blind devotion I have for my work that I love, and that I love to show people, and that I love for people to love back. It's all part of that circle. You know what I mean? I think so. You know what I mean? I think, yeah, yeah. you know Sometimes you just realize stuff when you say it out loud, right? It's different. But yeah, so we're drawing Frankenstein here from the Guillermo Del Toro film that's on Netflix right now. And oh my goodness, it is 20 after 12, guys. I've gone way past my bedtime on this. Woo! Oh my goodness. You know what? Look at how the time flies. Wow. I am blown away. Okay. Well, here's this. I'm going to turn in because it's pretty late, and I know there's how many views? 32 views currently right now. But I have to turn in, guys. Yeah, I got a big day tomorrow, and it's a Monday, right? Yeah, it is. And so, you know what? Hey, here's this, though. Look at how much we got done of this Frankenstein. That is massive. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, yes. And I got to prepare for a couple of conventions that are coming up, too. So there's that as well. But hey, look at this. Look at this. This is a lot. We did a lot tonight, guys. Yes, I'm not being condescending at all. No, it's true. I'm not. We did a lot tonight. You know what I'm going to end up doing is probably. Where is that? Where's that pen? There's that pen. There it is. I'm going to do this. There. And I'm going to do a couple of these things. Yeah. So I'm gonna mess up his hair a little bit. I'm gonna put some highlights in his hair. But there we go. Look at this. Look at what we got done. That is a lot. Frankenstein, man. Woo. Look at that, guys. Well, this is almost finished. Like, I mean, I've got this little area here, a little bit of touch-ups here and there, but this is almost done. We almost got an entire super huge color drawing done in an evening and a half, because I did both. Both were almost fully realized. So again, another good process video. I think you can see if you're into my process, you can see a lot of the process in these two drawings tonight. So again, I would say, although it's not finished, it's still one of those self-contained episodes where you can learn a lot from in the one episode. I will be back though to finish it, and either in the next live stream, I would imagine so. Yes, in the next live stream, I'll finish this. I'm going to just check the chat one more time before I depart. Get some rest, my friend. Well earned. Got to turn in, says as he continues to draw for 5 more minutes. Yes, I always do that. Yeah, good observation there, Alan, for sure. But yes, this is the end. Alan, thank you, and thank everyone else for stopping in tonight and watching. I really appreciate it. Yes, thank you, Alan, so much for stopping in and chatting tonight. Really appreciate it. You guys really helped me draw a lot of stuff tonight, which is great. I'm glad you stopped in, and I will see you all again very soon. Please subscribe to the channel. Check out Zombie Daily. The link is in the description below. Rob signing off for the evening. Let me just hit that channel there. I am signing off for the evening, and I will see you again very soon. Take care. Best wishes and love.